the airwaves. Here is my request.
Evans. Great Christian country music. What's on the national calendar today? I'll tell you all about that. Your news coming up, weather, and so much more. Plus, your weird news of the day.
Here is my request. You don't have to play it, but I hope you'll do your best. I've been listening to your show on the radio, and you seem like a friend to me.
Hi, Heaven's Country. What can I do for you?
Hey, I would like to request a song.
It's Marty Smith till 10, Rocky Mountain Time on Heaven's Country. Take it from the top.
Well, good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? I hope you're doing well as we get ready for this Tuesday and a brand new day with a lot of great Christian country music. So call your friends, have them join us. Let's get ready to go because I've got a lot in store for you. How about we kick it off with the Ford Brothers for Christ and Honky Tonk Missionary on Heaven's Country. Take it from the top. Now on iHeartRadio.
He was in a booth at Tootsie with a cold one in his hand, thinking about her leaving him, running off with his best friend. Lit himself a cigarette, flicked the ashes and stale beer, laid his head down on the table and tried to hide some tears. Heard the creaking of a chair and lifted up his eyes to find no man with his Bible. His eyes were soft and kind. He put his hand upon his shoulder and said with a smile, "Son, I've been sent by Jesus. Can I talk to you a while?" He's a honky-tonk missionary looking for sheep on Music Road, searching the bars on Broadway where the hurting people go. He's been spat upon and cussed out, yet unafraid of the devil's rage. He's a honky-tonk missionary looking for someone to save. He said, "Mister, I've never been to church. No, I'm not a religious man. Why would Jesus send you to me?" He said, "Friend, just take his hand." They prayed out loud together. Then he knew he'd see him through. A barmaid asked the old man, "Can I pray with you too?" He's a honky-tonk missionary looking for sheep on Music Road, searching the bars on Broadway where the hurting people go. He's been spat upon and cussed out, yet unafraid of the devil's rage. He's a honky-tonk missionary looking for someone to save. Some are called to take the gospel unto a foreign land, but who will go where the whiskey flows, looking for a broken man? He's a honky-tonk missionary looking for sheep on Music Road, searching the bars on Broadway where the hurting people go. He's been spat upon and cussed out, and unafraid of the devil's ray. He's a honky-tonk missionary, looking for someone to save. He's a honky-tonk missionary, just looking for a soul to save.
It's Marty Smith in the morning, 6 to 10 Rocky Mountain time on Heaven's Country. Take it from the top.
Driving down south on 71, praying to God that this song is the one. You're tossing, turning in the bed at night, hoping the wife and kids are alright. Well, time to close your eyes and say goodnight, and prayers to the Father, making your heart right. You dream of adventure, both near and far. You're on the road to Nashville, remember who you are. Remember who you are. Broadway, music, shiny lights, people dancing and making time go by. The sun comes up and the city lays back down. You packed your bags, you're heading back to your hometown. Well, time to close your eyes and say goodnight, and prayers to the Father, making your heart right. You dream of adventure, both near and far. You're on the road to Nashville, remember who you are. So keep on singing and keep on believing and keep on wishing on the shooting star. You ask God to guide you and be in your heart. He'll stand right beside you, meet you where you are. Time to close your eyes and say goodnight, and prayers to the Father, making your heart right. You dream of adventure, both near and far. You're on the road to Nashville, remember who you are.
Heaven's Country, take it from the top. That is Aaron Himes in Nashville. Don't forget, coming up, the Remember Who You Are tour. We kick that off here in just a few weeks. I can't believe it's almost here. And we'll be leaving here July 16th. We'll be on the road until April 24th. It is going to be a busy time. In fact, when we kick it off, we're going to be over the ICGMA Convention and Awards Show in West Plains, Missouri. It's going to be a lot of fun. The 69th Annual ICGMA Convention and Award Show returns to West Plains, Missouri, July 17th, 18th, and 19th. You're invited to join us for 3 big days and nights of country gospel, bluegrass gospel, and southern gospel music. Hear music from over 100 gospel music stars, including Barbara Fairchild and Roy Morris, Chris Golden, The Waymasters, Mary Faye Jackson, Dan Duncan, and many more of your favorite gospel stars. Showtimes are 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. daily, with nightly concerts at 6 p.m. There will also be a special Sunday morning ICGMA service, which starts at 10 a.m. Everyone is invited. The event will be held at the Bridge Church at 10105 South 63 Highway in West Plains, and the event is absolutely free. The 69th Annual ICGMA Convention and Award Show Show, July 17th through the 19th in the heart of the Ozarks in West Plains, Missouri.
It's the most fun you could possibly have in the mornings.
Beat it, or I'll call the Brute Squad.
I'm on the Brute Squad.
You are the Brute Squad.
It's Marty Smith till 10 Rocky Mountain Time on Heaven's Country. Take it from the top.
His face told a story written in the lines of all of the lessons he learned throughout life. I asked him what he got wrong and what he got right. He said, here's what I'd tell me if I could go back in time. I'd say, obey all those shall nots that are written in stone. No matter how green the grass looks, it's greener back home. Don't be so quick to judge another man's life. Sometimes it's best to let a sleeping dog lie. Three things last forever: faith, hope, and love. And love is still the greatest. It's always enough. Few things in life are really free. Some things I tell the younger me. A few short years later, family by his side, he softly looked up, said no need to cry. He motioned us closer so he could be heard, and we listened closely to his final words. Greet those you love most with a kiss or a hug. Don't push them away when the going gets rough. Be slow to anger, forgive while there's time. The truth's always better than any good lie. There's no way around it. You reap what you sow. Sometimes the only answer is God only knows. He sent his son to set you free. Some things I tell the younger me.
And now, another edition of Dramatic Man. Tonight's episode, Afraid of Donuts.
No! God, please, no! No!
Please help me!
I can't because donuts make me fat. You've been listening to Dramatic Man. Be sure to tune in for another episode of Dramatic Man. Okay, now that that's done, we can get back into music. Cross Country the Band.
Never thought I'd see the day when anyone could change my ways. I was a do-it-all, who knew it all and then some. Yeah, I did what I did to get what I got, by taking my way to the top. And you came along and turned everything around. Because the gift you gave when you loved me so, well, it changed the way I see. And now I just want to let you know about the new man I'm gonna be. I'm a given, living one I love, even though I know it won't be enough to repay all the giving that's been given to me. I'm a given living, I want the world to know. I thought I had it all till I let it go. Now I wouldn't take for the life that I now lead, 'cause I'm given living for the one who gave it all for me. Well, you love me just the way I am. You didn't ask me to change a thing, even though you know I'm far from a perfect man. But the one thing you done when you gave it all and you laid it on the line for me, Lord, you helped this selfish country boy understand that the gift you gave when you loved me so, well, it changed the way I see. And Lord, I just want to let you know about the new man I'm gonna be. I'm a given living for the one I love, even though I know it won't be enough to repay all the giving that's been given to me. Yeah, I'm a given living, I want the world to know. I thought I had it all till I let it go. Now I wouldn't take for the life that I now lead, 'cause I'm given living for the one who gave it all for me. I'm gonna keep on giving as long as I'm living. I'm given living for the one who gave it all for me. I'm gonna keep on giving as long as I'm living. Lord, I'm given living for the one who gave it all for me. I'm gonna keep on giving as long as I'm living. Yeah, I'm given living for the one who gave it all for me. Yeah. Oh, come on.
And now, a news flash. PETA activists say stop killing ducks to make duct tape.
It's Marty Smith on Heaven's Country. Take it from the top.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there's people trying to tell us how this world began, and now they're saying how it's all gonna end. Well, that's all God's business. Well, that's all God's business. That's all God's business, and it sure don't bother me. They say summertime is hot around, or winter's not as cold. All the ice is melting and it never snows. Well, that's all God's business. Well, that's all God's business. That's all God's business, and it sure don't bother me. Well, how does the sun shine bright in the sky? How do the stars light up at night? Well, that's all God's business. Well, that's all God's business. That's all God's business, and it sure don't bother me. Well, the Lord said He's coming back for you someday. Nobody knows He might be on His way. Well, that's all God's business. Well, that's all God's business. Well, that's all God's business, and it sure don't bother me. live short and some live long. Don't you worry just to hear this song. That's all God's business. Well, that's all God's business. That's all God's business, and it sure don't bother me. I said that's all God's business, and it sure don't bother me. Yeah, 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 yeah.
We'll make it sweet, we'll make it short. Now here for you is the weather report.
Okay, so we're looking at this weather pattern here. Let me head over here to the Heavens Country Live Cam, show you what we've got, because this is interesting. Okay, it doesn't look bad where we are. However, that could change. Let's take a look at this. And I'm going to move this screen for you so you can see what's going on. Kansas City, you're about to get hit hard. I mean, let's just be honest here. You have got a storm coming that is about to hit you hard. Wichita, Kansas right now, a lot of rain. Pretty much half the state of Kansas covered in rain right now. That's moving in this easterly direction. Now that's going to hit Kansas City, Missouri, Columbia, Missouri, Springfield, Missouri. That's coming this afternoon for you guys. It could be late morning, early afternoon. The other squall we're looking at, scattered showers here and there, all the way from New Orleans up to Columbus, Ohio. And that's going in that northeasterly direction. So not a lot of rain there. Not too bad, okay? Now, those of you in Seattle, 74 sunny, 60, it's 86 in Boise, 87 and sunny in Salt Lake, 110 in Phoenix. Stay hydrated out there today. 96 and sunny in Albuquerque. Denver a little bit cooler, 72. Kansas City, rain, 83. Oklahoma City at 92 and cloudy, 95 in Dallas. And it looks like 79 and rain in Cincinnati. Memphis, rain and 88. That squall that I showed you here earlier that's going through Memphis and up into Columbus. Yeah, that's what that's all about. So expect that. And then 85 in Norfolk, Virginia, 80 in Washington, and rain. And it looks like 88 and sunny in Miami. Now, here's what we're watching. I showed you this right here, okay? And that's what's happening there. You're seeing that. However, there are some things that we want to look at that pretty damaging. West Virginia, we've got the Virginias, we've got the Carolinas to watch out. We got to be careful because what's happening is a lot of devastation out there in West Virginia over the past few days. It's been pretty rough over there. And I just want to let you know that's a tough one. So please keep them in your prayers because it's been a rough few days for them. And it looks like it's going to continue for a little bit longer. So please keep that in mind. And what we're looking at here and what we're watching is very important to know. There's a lot of things happening in that area. And we just need to be very, very careful about that. You got to have your emergency plan ready and get ready to go. Have your emergency kit, your escape route ready, and be ready to go because there's a lot of things that can happen here. Dangerous Midwest, Northeast heat wave. That's going to bring the hottest weather so far. But those of you in Kentucky, Tennessee, the Carolinas, West Virginia, parts of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, and the northern part of Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Louisiana, and Arkansas, you guys be ready because we have got a heat wave coming. And it begins in the plains on Thursday, Mississippi Valley on Friday, and the rest of the Midwest and Northeast this weekend. So just be prepared. Stay hydrated. It's going to be hot, humid, in the 90s, which, you know, with that humidity, it's just going to make things a lot worse. So just be careful. Just outside of Nashville, Tennessee, home of clean country, pure country, heaven's country. Looks like cloudy and a high of 79 today. Right now, 72 degrees on Heaven's Country. Take it from the top.
Introducing the latest single from Greg Marlowe, The Fire Burns.
The fire burns. The fire burns.
The Fire Burns, the second follow-up single to Greg's big hit, Second Chances.
You're the God of second chances, and I'm asking you for mine.
You can find The Fire Burns on great radio stations like this one, along with all your favorite streaming platforms. And check out everything about Greg at his website, gregmarlow.net, GregMarlow.net, or his YouTube channel, Greg S. Marlow.
Well, since you came into my heart, gave my life a brand new start. The fire burns.
The Fire Burns, available now.
Let's get you back into the music. Big hit for Angela Singh, yours truly, Mar-Tay. It's called Friendly Fire. We got a new one coming out. I'll keep you posted. This is Heaven's Country.
Remember the church in the good old days. Preachers preached with fire. Souls were saved and the Spirit of the Lord rose higher and higher. Where the saints would gather to sing and shout, they'd raise the roof. The saints would gather to sing and shout, they'd raise the roof and dance about, and no one wore a robe.
The other Sunday, while sitting in a corner pew at the local church of the well-to-do, I got to thinking about how much times have changed. The preacher wore a robe and spoke in eloquent terms on politics and all that we could learn about saving the whale, the world, and the whole shebang. Now he spoke of the good that we could do if we would fill the plates as they passed our pew with tithes and offerings earmarked for the poor. Now he said all that in 10 minutes flat, whispered a prayer, and that was that. Then everyone made a beeline for the door.
Remember the church in the good old days. Preach with fire. Souls were saved and the Spirit of the Lord rose higher and higher. Where the saints would gather to sing and shout, they'd raise the roof, dance about, and no one wore a robe, not even a choir. And the word of God was spread by friendly fire.
Well, you can blame the preacher, blame the times, you can blame the music, even blame the chimes. But the problem really lies deep down inside. On the outside, we're educated, liberated, and sophisticated. But on the inside, our hearts are cold as ice. What we need to do is light a fire with the Word of God and a burning desire to see lost souls of the world come to Him. It can start with me and start with you. It'll spread like fire to every pew. And then church will be like church once again.
Remember the church in the good old days. Preachers preached with fire. Souls were saved and the Spirit of the Lord rose higher and higher. Where the saints would gather to sing and shout, they'd raise the roof and dance about, and no one wore a robe, not even a choir. And the word of God was spread by friendly fire. Remember the church in the good old days. Preachers preached with fire. Souls were saved and the Spirit of the Lord rose higher and higher. And the word of God was spread by friendly fire. Those were the days, my friend. Let's bring them back again. Now it's time to start a friendly fire.
Heaven's Country, take it from the top. Well, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to get out.
Marty Smith to stage 25.
What?
Marty Smith to stage 25.
Stage 25? I'm doing a show.
Marty Smith, stage 25.
Wait. Stage 25.
Next to the dumpster, please stand over the trap door.
Okay, I'm heading over there now. Okay, stage 23, 24, 25. Stand over door. Okay, I'm here. Now what?
It's the most fun you could possibly have in the mornings. It's Marty Smith.